till we got till tomorrow, one more day to finish it. This one, yeah, we can check this one later. Yeah, because in the afternoon it shifted the process.
Years ago. We're going all the way to the top, you and me. Looks like a pretty rare fur you got on there.
Oh yeah, we were above. Someone just went down below there. Someone's gone below there. We were down there before. Yeah, we were down there. Now we moved up few steps above. Oh, the player's way down at that place there. Yeah, you need lots and lots of health. Carrots. Food.
Help yourself to some stew, by the way. It won't win any prizes, but it fills a hole.
Oh, you have to check the headband on the what do you call it, the book one. Yeah, the book, I think the book will have the headband. You have to do that one. Elizabeth one. I get the rope all the time. to put him in the wagon, yeah, because what happened? Yeah, because all the time on the other one I got error in it, yes, actually. Oh, today's Sunday, that's why. Yeah, work experience kind of be less than employer on, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can sprint it, yeah. Let me get the wagon first. It's better to sprint it in. Invitation is the dispatch riders. Okay, we could do this some other time, but I just want to catch up with the other accessory stuff. Animal meat sold. Oh, we can do that one. Blackberry pick. We can do that, but you have to in a certain place. This one is unworthy place of Kruger's kills. Geese. Oh, that one. Yeah, I might not have that much issue. If you using a shotgun, then it's much harder than the other one. Weapon customizing. Weapon form one. The radar one. Oh, it's on the other side. I think I can see it from here. Maybe that's the one. I don't know. Oh no, it's on the other side. That's just the top. Oh no, the horse is gone. Yeah, the horse is back to the stable. It was over there. It must be there, but it was a shrub over there. It looks like it was a. Oh, here it is. No, it's a home. Oh, it's on this. Yeah, those are fails that just keep it as a just show it in the inventory kind of thing. Don't see anything like that. Let's also find it. Let's see how it shifted. Yeah, went right up to this side. It does move, but this one, you have to go through this way. Oh, wow, it's a long way. Yeah, there's a very big hill mountain over here. We are here down here. We can go toward this one and just leave the other one. Leave there, that one. And then leave that one for later. Yeah, up to. No, we're not gonna. We have to move from the trade to the nature or bounty hunting. Yeah, because yeah, we need the point one I think was nature one. We were going to do some nature one. Oh, right. Let's get this one done. That's what the microphone. That's it. We're heading the wrong way, but let's just finish this one first. Yeah, or else we're not going to get any points. There's a 3 points we need for the finish that one. Yeah, then it will shift and put some other stuff in there. Or we'll use that horse one. We want to get everything in there. Oh no, we should be okay because I see a wagon down there. Not a wagon, a person is there. I think he's over at that boundary place. Sometimes it's hard to, if you're gonna, I don't want to add them, I want them to add me. It's better because it's the same thing, it's not different. But it's just a grudge kind of thing that they want us me to, yeah. Some people like that, you know, like the, what do you call it? Yeah, like an acrobat. But the YouTubers. Sometimes they will have your name. They'll have your name for very, very long time. Yeah.
I'm just fine.
No, only way it is good, you just sit in there, the player's lounge kind of thing in here, and just add them at all at one time. Yeah, that but that's it. You kill these things at the same time you're riding it, yeah. And just pick it up.
I don't need.
I did work on my bike a little bit, yeah. The Go City one a little bit, yes. I just, yeah, my mom either chosen the, what happened, you need to take the cable out. Yeah, what these guys did is not the original, it's not the original that goes into the Go City, but it has to have a fitting and I think, yeah, there's a piece that wire that looks like it, yeah, right, it does, and then it has a, one goes to the computer kind of system, the computer, I guess they call it, that's what they call the home card. They don't have an option in it, like a little control kind of thing up there. That one, and then you need to take 2 brake pads out, those, all 3 of them out, and then you put it, yeah, you're doing the waving, you have to do those holes, because, yeah, that shape is mimicking the rad hole that is welded together in the yeah, like a trunk kind of square thing. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the front hood cage. Yeah, the cage kind of front. Yeah, that, but yeah, that it's mimics it. But what happened? I knew that might, but I didn't know it before. But yeah, just checked it. It didn't seem to work. Yeah, so if you do it, it'll just push all of the thing you do to the left side, and it would be like a shoulder. Yeah, like a shoulder. It's not good. So what I did, I put that in my back. On that, I don't know, something like that. Rack? Yeah, put it in the rack and bungee cord it. Yeah, the bungee cord is not the bungee cord. It's a ziplock kind that you put in the garbage bin. It's a plastic kind, not the paper with the wire kind in it. You can see the wire thing in it. Yeah, the garbage. That's not what yeah, the garbage one had that. Yeah, it's paper and then a metal sleeve inside of it. Twist it. Yeah, zip. Yeah. Oh, those are the mini bags, the white ones. Yeah, there's a different one. That's a kitchen trash. Yeah, it's still that they probably still have it. Yeah, I guess the rest of it. But one day we'll do change because yeah, the other, yeah, the Twinkies one in those and there's a silver one in there. But they put the silver one in there. It looks really unique, but it's probably very expensive. That was a ding dong, I think. Not Twinkie had a plastic all the time. Yeah, plastic all the time, I think. Ding dong is the round one. Wagon wheel had the white plastic. Yeah, the white plastic. I think they still have that wagon wheel. The wagon wheel's over here, not over. Yeah, I guess because here we don't notice that they had wagons here. Yeah, no wagons here. Never. Yeah, why did? Yeah, they never had a wagon here. It doesn't look like it. Only we remember wagons on the western movie. Yeah, good bad Nutty West. Clint Eastwood and John Wayne and some other ones. Yeah, so that's one. So I put it in the back. So my mom said, yeah, I had the milk carton. I wanted to put that about the milk. So my mom said, maybe next time. But what happened? I forgot to put those saddlebags on this side. Yeah, to take that back one out. I put the saddlebags. Yeah, I got the saddlebags. But I was gonna put in the morning someone in the putting the present kind of speaker. We're gonna put loudspeaker. I guess that's not the one. Yeah, I said play the game. Oh, you know what happened? We're about this high, and then we bookmarked it. Yeah. still okay. Yeah, but it's still going in. Like that, yeah. Oh, now we can turn, yeah. Yeah, let's just put it over here, and then we'll just sprint it here. But that thing will cost you about $8. And when the get broken down, it charge $8, and then they'll bring it. Otherwise, you don't need to. It just comes out. It's the only problem. We came here a couple of times here. Let's see, this one reminds me of the Rocky train like this. Yeah, no, sure, no fun cool. Yeah, this one doesn't have a we figure out the path on this one. Oh, the path comes from an angle, yeah, right there. Oh, we came from this side. Actually, this kind of path does exist, but unless if they upgrade it, they can put a platform on top of these ones. But the vicious one is in the... Yeah, I was watching the documentary one time. Wow, that's a... Yeah, documentary of all of these things here. Yes, things are... They have to... Even how bad it is, they still have to work to just to get that platform done and everything there. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I know that's... Yeah, there's a little vibration here. Hey, that's amazing that the control can. Yeah, they have that thing vibrate right in the control, and then everything. It's like wireless kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. You can feel it too. Maybe this one here. Oh no, this one. No, this one. This one. Which one they are? Yeah, okay. We'll just veer from here next time. We can go above here. Yeah, let's do the nature one because that one has a currency. Yeah, we used all the currency as all for that one. So yeah, you can buy a gold bar in that one. Yeah, it's on the other one like clothing and other items. And Mooncheck, yeah, Mooncheck has it, and the regular camp. Okay. They used to have the quest on. You have to go into the boat one. Yeah, there was a quest in that one. I think that was in the story mode. Oh, yeah, it auto turns itself, and then you can sprint it. The guy, yeah, his son or something is in here. That's the one. See, if you were going this way, then it would be easy. Just go, yeah, just wave that one out. Well, we can head down this way here. Yeah, but it's in the same way. We're gonna do the hunting still because yeah, these are all the pelts and the other thing. I don't want to bring the other horse now. I don't want to click it. Yeah, we can click it up to here because you have to assist it. Yep, running. Yeah, sprinting it. It doesn't want to sprint on its own because it will collide with other and with the characters. Yeah. There's a tutorial. Yeah, the score. Yeah, say. Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, it's yeah.
Sure as hell ain't looking for friends out on the road.
We didn't do that. Yeah, we never did the microphone glass door. We never did that quest before. They never. You did come here before. Yeah, yeah. Remember you came here before. You had a basement in this one too. Yeah, this place here on the story mode. Yeah, we did come here in the story mode. Yeah, so yeah, what do you do? We never did the microphone glass one. We just recently we bought some stuff from there, but we never did the quest line. So we're gonna go and do the quest line. We want to get the nickelback coin here. Look at this good thread with the nickelback. It's easy work to see. I think these boards a little bit meant to be with that the way it translates it. Yeah, it just goes in. This thing doesn't want to stop. You have to let the control. You have to let the joystick go. Then, yeah, then it stops, or else you're far away. I have to get used to which control it is to slow it down. If you jump, you look. Yeah, you're gonna roll around kind of thing. I was gonna get the other rabbit, but the other rabbit. Yeah. Oh, the order. Yeah, this Wednesday. Come Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. One, I think they both might come in the same time. Yeah, they both might come in the same time. It left already. Yeah, it left this morning. Yeah, I was checking this morning. Left. I think there's the bigger one. You might need a signature. Maybe a signature. Maybe not. I don't know yet. Yeah. The signature is supposed to be for the business-wise. The business-wise signature. No, I think that see what we say. That's remember when I told you it's only for business wise when you go into that. Yeah, that break the rule from this talk about because we were in the business wise too. An employer always used to sometimes I did a signature on these ones. Yeah, FedEx used to come, UPS, Priority, all these ones always from the day. Yeah, they used to sign those ones there before I get signed too. Nothing to in business wise, but otherwise this one you just yeah, you can just shoot it through the right door or then just put it inside your door. That is not breaking the rule. The signature is your door. Leave your door, that's a signature right there. See, much better than anything else. Yeah, that is a signature right there. Yeah. That can be like a private business does that. Yeah, private business. Oh yeah, we're still playing that. Yeah, we just we get it. That was in the back. I should pause this. One and sprint. Yeah, there's a river right just like it. Yeah, we can park this one here.
Damn heat rash is killing me.
Something right there. That thing fell. Okay, let's go. We'll come back here. It fell down over there. Yeah, let me kill it. Yeah. Well, I think we did get the thing. Let me see if I can use the knife. Let me see if we can use the knife. I think we did get it or not. Oh, we did get it. Yeah, trades, I think. Let me see. Oh, no, we didn't get it. I think that's that's the nature one. Yeah, we didn't get it. Okay. We'll use the same shot. No, we can use a pistol. Let's try a pistol. Yeah, pistol should do it. Yeah, we should go to the head. I don't want to do it this way. You have to do it this way because you're heading toward the ears and those things. Yeah, you don't want to head toward the ears. Yeah, they're right here. Oh, he died on his own. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be busy with my sister Mary. He's gonna come here. My mom's gonna go with us to do a little bit shopping. Yeah, a little bit more. And do some. My sister has to do some. Yeah, this one. It's 12 days ago. It's called Pad Jacks. That one, and this was called Twilight cycling in, no, not the Twilight Zone, the other one, yeah. Twilight cycling in Vancouver from Pacific Spirit to UBC to City Streets. Yeah, this is a new one. My mom's. I put it for my mom. She can watch this. It's a little bit music. I don't want to put it now. Some countries might not have this because it's expensive kind of thing. Yeah, expensive. Galactic alien left their deadly wolf and her cub to die until a human GAD, second thought, HFY, review 2 weeks ago. It was giving something like this.
Plains under a bleak sky. Cold, barren moon of Charax stretched out in endless, rocky plains under a bleak sky. Once a lush landscape teeming with life, it had been devastated by warfare. Now nothing more than a forgotten outpost for alien factions that had moved on. Near a jagged cliffside, a massive wolf beast and her 2 young cubs huddled together, fighting against the biting winds that swept through the canyons. The wolf, known as a Krelorian direwolf, was a creature bred by the Galactic League for combat. With her sleek, silver fur, towering frame, and violet eyes, she was engineered to be lethal. But the League had deemed her too unruly, and when the conflict on Jarax had ended, they abandoned her and her cubs without a second thought. The mother wolf, whom the Krelorian keepers had once called Shara, let out a low, haunting howl. Her 2 cubs, shivering and huddled close, whimpered in response. In this hostile environment, survival was nearly impossible for a species so adapted to pack life and teamwork. She couldn't leave her cubs to search for food, and they were too young to hunt themselves. Shara knew that if help didn't come soon, her family wouldn't last much longer. Her howl echoed through the rocky landscape, unanswered and fading into the cold night air. But on the outskirts of Jarax, someone had heard. Sergeant John Avery, a seasoned soldier stationed at an isolated outpost on Jarax, was performing a routine scan of the nearby territories. His mission was to monitor for any life signs, generally stragglers or mechanical leftovers from the abandoned Krelorian fleet. Jarax was his last assignment before returning to Earth, and he was eager for it to be over. Days stretched out in monotonous cycles, with only the sounds of wind and static filling the quiet outpost. That evening, as John reviewed his scanner, something strange appeared on his screen, a faint, pulsing signal indicating life. It was unusual in such a desolate area. Intrigued, after a brief trek across the rocky terrain, he approached the area and paused, taking cover behind a nearby boulder as he observed from a distance. In the faint light of Jarax's twin moons he saw them, a massive wolf-like creature, her fur matted and tangled, with 2 small cubs at her side. John recognized her species immediately, a Krelorian direwolf, a rare and dangerous breed engineered by the League. He'd read reports about the ferocity of these beasts, creatures made for war, known for their strength, intelligence, and powerful bonds. But something was different. This wasn't the fearsome, combative beast he'd imagined. The direwolf was weak, her ribs visible beneath her ragged fur, and her once vibrant violet eyes looked dull and exhausted. Her cubs, barely large enough to stand, huddled against her, their small bodies trembling. John's heart sank as he realized what had happened. The League had abandoned her here. She was nothing more than a casualty of their failed experiment, left to die on this deserted moon. He stepped forward cautiously, making his presence known but keeping his movements slow and deliberate. Shara raised her head, her eyes narrowing as she emitted a low growl, positioning herself protectively in front of her cubs. But her growl was weak, and John could tell she was on the verge of collapse. "Easy there," he murmured, lowering himself to appear less threatening. "I'm not here to hurt you." He reached into his pack and pulled out a canteen of water, setting it down on the ground in front of him before retreating a few paces. The mother wolf eyed him warily, but her instinct for survival won out. She nudged the canteen with her nose, sniffing it cautiously before taking a tentative drink, her cubs following her lead. John watched them, a mixture of sadness and resolve filling him. These were creatures created for war, yet abandoned without remorse. Despite her ferocity, the mother wolf's protective instincts for her cubs mirrored something deeply familiar to him. She wasn't just a weapon, she was a mother, fighting for her family's survival against impossible odds. As Shara finished drinking, she looked up at him, her violet eyes studying him with a cautious trust. In that moment, John knew he couldn't leave them here to die. His duty might be to monitor this desolate rock, but his heart wouldn't let him walk away. He rose, glancing back toward the direction of his outpost. "Stay here," he whispered, knowing she couldn't understand his words, but hoping she'd sense his intent. "I'll be back." And with that, he headed back, formulating a plan in his mind. He'd bring supplies, food, anything they needed. Against every protocol and order he'd been given, John was determined to save the direwolf and her cubs, no matter the cost. The next morning, John packed his bag with whatever supplies he could scavenge from the outpost. Ration bars, a second canteen, and a few thermal blankets. With each step back to the wolf's den, he steeled himself, hoping the mother wolf, Shara, would remember that he meant no harm. He moved cautiously as he approached the familiar rocky outcrop, making his presence known before she saw him. Shara lifted her head, her violet eyes watching him with a wary intelligence, still half-guarded, but no longer hostile. Her two cubs, sensing her change in demeanor, remained curled up by her side, watching John with curiosity. "Easy, girl," he murmured, setting his supplies on the ground and retreating a few paces. He took out a ration bar, unwrapping it, and tossing a piece of
The fierce stallion refused to let anyone ride it, thrashing wildly at every attempt. Then a girl approached, leaned close, and whispered something into its ear. Instantly, the horse became calm and obedient. That horse. "There's something about him," Madison murmured, her eyes fixed on the imposing black stallion pacing restlessly within the wooden corral. The annual Westridge Horse Fair in a small Montana town buzzed with life. Families, ranchers, and riders from all over the county gathered to buy, sell, and showcase their finest animals. But Madison's attention wasn't on the commotion. It was on Shadow, a horse as wild as he was powerful. Standing silently beside her, her father, Jack, watched her carefully. At just 16, Madison had earned a reputation in town for her uncanny ability to connect with horses in ways few could. While many chalked it up to her youthful enthusiasm, Jack knew better. Madison had a gift, something he'd witnessed firsthand when she transformed their family mare, Duchess, from skittish to serene. "Lucas Reed's putting that stallion up for sale, you know," Jack finally said, breaking the quiet between them. Together, they observed Shadow move with untamed energy. In the corral, Lucas, a seasoned rancher with weathered skin and a patience that seemed stretched to its limit, held the reins. Turning to the crowd, he forced a grin, his tone heavy with exasperation. "Anyone brave enough to ride this demon? Step on up," Lucas called, his voice laced with a hint of desperation. "I'll sell him to the highest bidder." The stallion had a reputation for being unmanageable, a challenge even for the most seasoned riders. Madison stood rooted, her gaze locked on Shadow. There was something in the way the horse moved, something more than rebellion. It was as if he was waiting for someone who understood him, someone who could calm the storm raging inside. Deep down, Madison felt that someone was her. Jack noticed the flicker of determination in her eyes and sighed heavily. He began, but she had already stepped forward. "Dad, I want to try," she said firmly, her voice low but unwavering. She didn't just think she could handle it. She knew it. This wasn't the first difficult horse she had faced, but Shadow was different. He wasn't just unruly. He was a force of nature. "Are you sure about this?" Jack asked, his voice more resigned than doubtful. He already knew the answer. As her father, it was his duty to question, to ensure she was ready. But he also understood the fire that drove her. "Yes, Dad," Madison replied with quiet certainty. "I can do this." Jack studied her for a moment, pride and concern warring in his expression. Finally, he nodded. "All right. If you could handle Duchess, you might have a shot with this one." The crowd murmured as Madison approached Lucas. Some in town admired her courage, calling her the fearless young trainer. Others dismissed her as just a kid playing at horse whisperer. "Mr. Reed," Madison called out, her voice steady and respectful. "I'd like to give it a try." Lucas looked her over, disbelief etched on his face. The thought of a teenage girl taming the stallion no one else could control struck him as absurd. He let out a weary laugh. "You're serious, huh? This ain't some schoolyard pony, kid." Madison didn't flinch. "I know what I'm doing. Just give me a chance." For a moment, Lucas scrutinized her, as if trying to decide whether she was brave or just plain foolish. Then, with a grumble, he thrust the reins toward her. "Fine. Let's see what you've got." Without hesitation, Madison stepped forward. The stallion, a magnificent beast of gleaming black, snorted impatiently, tossing his head in defiance. Yet Madison exuded a calm that astonished onlookers. She understood that taming a horse like Shadow wasn't about domination. It was about trust. Every movement she made was deliberate, her breathing steady, syncing with the horses. The tension in the crowd was palpable as Madison extended her hand, holding it just inches from Shadow's muzzle. Patience, she reminded herself. Everything had its moment. She didn't rush it. Instead, she let him make the first move, to choose to approach her on his own terms. Madison's patience felt like a quiet defiance against the tense crowd gathered in absolute silence. Not a single pair of eyes in the corral looked away. Some expected Shadow to throw her to the ground in seconds, while others dared to hope for a miracle. The restless stallion sniffed Madison's outstretched hand, stepped back with a snort, and then cautiously moved forward. His massive frame was a blend of raw power and untamed rebellion, but Madison stood unwavering. With a grace that seemed to defy the charged atmosphere, she took another step closer and gently ran her hand along Shadow's neck. To everyone's astonishment, the horse didn't lash out. Madison's eyes gleamed with an almost mystical focus, as if she could peer beyond Shadow's skittish hooves and into his very soul, understanding his fears and defiance. The murmurs began to ripple through the crowd. "What is she doing?" Someone whispered. It was a technique few could comprehend. Where other trainers might have relied on brute strength or tried to dominate the horse, Madison brought something entirely different. A quiet confidence, an unshakable calm. And slowly, Shadow began to sense it. Though still on edge, the horse stopped tossing his head with the same ferocity. "Easy now, boy. Easy," Madison whispered, more to herself than to the animal. Her voice was barely audible, but Shadow seemed to catch its rhythm, relaxing ever so slightly under her touch. Every movement she made was deliberate, yet gentle, weaving an invisible thread of trust between them. When Madison finally decided to mount him, she did so without a saddle. A gasp swept through the crowd as she prepared to ride bareback, armed only with the fragile connection they had forged in mere minutes. It was a daring gesture, and whispers of doubt filled the air. "She's going to fall," one man muttered. "Or worse," another added grimly. Madison climbed onto Shadow's back with fluid ease, her body moving as if it were an extension of the horse itself. For a moment, the corral fell utterly silent. Shadow stood still, processing the unfamiliar weight on his back. But the calm didn't last. With a piercing neigh, the stallion reared onto his hind legs, thrashing wildly as though determined to throw her off. The crowd erupted in shouts. Women covered their mouths in alarm, while men leaned forward, certain that Madison was about to be hurled to the dirt. Yet Madison clung on, her hands gripping Shadow's mane tightly, her body moving in perfect harmony with his frenzied motions. "It's okay. It's okay," she murmured softly into his ear, her voice barely audible over the chaos. Her tone wasn't commanding, but understanding, as if she were speaking directly to the wounded spirit within him rather than the bucking beast. The struggle dragged on, each second feeling like an eternity. Shadow kicked, spun, and shook with relentless energy, but Madison remained firm yet calm. Gradually, the horse's movements began to lose their intensity. His neighs grew quieter, and his resistance waned. To the crowd's astonishment, Shadow finally dropped his front legs and began walking, calmly, obediently. A collective gasp swept through the onlookers, who could scarcely believe what they were seeing. Shadow, the wild horse no one could tame, now moved under Madison's silent guidance. The spectators, stunned, didn't know whether to applaud or remain silent in awe. For Madison, it wasn't a moment of triumph to be celebrated. It wasn't about conquering Shadow, but about reaching an understanding. With a faint smile and a nearly imperceptible sigh of relief, she guided Shadow back to the center of the corral. The murmurs among the crowd shifted, now filled with admiration and disbelief. As Madison led Shadow back, a reverent hush settled over the arena, broken only by whispers of awe from the onlookers. No one saw it coming. No one could believe that a young girl, armed with nothing but her steady demeanor and gentle touch, had tamed a horse so notoriously wild. The skeptical gazes that once followed her every move now brimmed with newfound respect. From a shadowed corner of the paddock, a young man stood with a camera in one hand and his phone in the other, capturing every moment. Clark, a local blogger who often roamed Westridge events in search of compelling stories for his social media channels, had stumbled upon this scene entirely by chance. What he witnessed exceeded his wildest expectations. Without hesitation, he began live streaming. "You won't believe this, folks," Clark whispered into his phone, the camera zeroed in on Madison and Shadow. "This girl's doing it, bareback, fearless. It's unreal." The video quickly gained traction. Comments poured in, praising Madison's courage and skill. Within minutes, the extraordinary feat from this small Montana town was being viewed across the country. Soon, it wasn't just national, it was global. Unaware that her actions were now on display for the world, Madison approached her father, Jack, who greeted her with a proud, warm smile. Yet, beneath his pride, lay a hint of unease. He understood that while this moment might seem like a triumph, it was only the beginning of new challenges. "You did it, kiddo," Jack said softly, patting her on the back. "I always knew you could, but now so does everyone else." Madison returned his smile, but inside she already felt the weight of the attention. Recognition had never been her goal. For her, it had always been about the horses, about the unique, almost magical bond she shared with them. Yet she could sense that everything was about to change. Later that evening, at the modest Hart family ranch, Madison's phone buzzed incessantly. Notifications flooded her screen. News outlets, bloggers, and countless strangers on social media were captivated by her story. Headlines ranged from "The Miracle of Westridge" to "The Girl Who Whispers to Horses." While most praised her talent, not all comments were kind. One particular message caught Jack's eye. It was from a well-known horse trainer with years of experience and a reputation for being outspoken in the equestrian community. The trainer congratulated Madison, but raised a sharp concern. "No horse can be tamed that quickly without something unusual going on," the message read. "Either that horse was secretly trained beforehand, or the girl's methods are unsafe. This warrants a closer look." Jack's jaw tightened as he read. He slipped the phone back into his pocket, deciding to shield Madison from the criticism for now. He had expected some scrutiny, but not so soon. Success, especially the kind that arrives abruptly, often draws curious eyes and sharp tongues. In the days that followed, Madison found herself in the eye of a storm. Journalists, bloggers, and trainers reached out, some offering words of support, others pressing her with uncomfortable questions. Social media buzzed with debates over whether her achievement with Shadow was genuine talent or sheer luck. Opinions were split. Many championed her natural gift, while others cast doubt on her methods. What had begun as a proud moment at the Westridge Fair was now a heavy burden. Madison Hart was no longer just a small-town girl. Her name was on the lips of equestrians and social media users everywhere. But the admiration wasn't universal. Dr. Nathaniel Grant, a prominent figure in equine ethics, weighed in with a critical article in a widely read magazine. He acknowledged the spectacle of Madison's achievement, but questioned its ethical implications. Training a horse like Shadow in such a short time is inherently risky, Grant wrote. A process that rapid leaves little room for the horse to acclimate naturally to new experiences, creating unnecessary stress that could result in long-term psychological harm. What appears to be calm and control might in reality mask coercive methods that suppress the horse's instincts in unhealthy ways. Grant's words landed like a gut punch. For Madison, whose connection with animals had always been rooted in mutual trust and respect, the accusations stung deeply. While many continued to celebrate her sensitivity and skill, some began to view her with suspicion. Social media buzzed with debates. Some praised Madison for her bond with Shadow, admiring her natural talent, while others sided with Grant, demanding she prove her methods were not only effective, but also ethical. At school, the tension was palpable. A group of students, led by Ashley, a classmate who had always been critical of Madison, circulated a petition urging her to demonstrate her training techniques live. "If she's as good as everyone says," Ashley declared loudly during lunch break, "then she should prove it here, not just in some viral video." Ashley's words cut deep. Madison wasn't the kind of person who thrived on conflict, much less someone who felt the need to validate herself to others. Training driven by love and respect for the animals, not something she wanted to showcase to a skeptical audience. That evening, after a long day of sideways glances and whispered judgments, Madison found an envelope waiting for her at the door of her family's barn. Inside was a letter from Henry Miles, a highly respected horse trainer known nationwide for his humane and innovative methods. Henry had heard of Madison and her natural ability with animals, and his letter invited her to his ranch in Montana. "I've followed your story with interest, Madison," the letter began. "I know how challenging it is to face criticism when you truly believe in the rightness of your actions. I'd like to invite you to my ranch so you can learn some techniques I've developed over the years. Perhaps you'll find something that helps you refine your skills and address your critics with transparency and confidence." Madison read the letter in silence, feeling a mix of relief and unease. The invitation was a rare opportunity, but it also posed a significant challenge. If she accepted, she'd not only have to improve her techniques, but also confront the possibility that her methods could be enhanced. That night, Madison sat at the kitchen table with her father, Jack, and showed him the letter. "What do you think, Dad?" she asked, seeking the wisdom she'd always relied on during difficult moments. Jack looked at her, pride and concern etched into his expression. "Miles is one of the best. But it's a big responsibility. Going there means accepting there might be areas where you can grow." "I know, Dad," Madison replied, nodding. "I don't mind learning more. I've always wanted to be better. But I don't want people to think I'm only doing this because they criticized me." Jack's smile was gentle but firm. "It doesn't matter what people think, sweetheart. What matters is doing what's best for the horses. If this helps you become better for them, it's worth it." With her father's words echoing in her heart, Madison made her decision. The next day, she wrote back to Henry Miles, accepting his invitation. She understood that her journey to Montana would be more than an opportunity to learn. It would be a statement to herself and her critics that she was committed to continuous growth and the well-being of the horses she loved. The trip to Montana wouldn't be easy or short. It would challenge not only her skills as a trainer, but also her ability to adapt and grow under pressure. Madison couldn't predict what awaited her at Miles's ranch. But one thing was certain: her unwavering love for horses and her dedication to doing what was right would guide her through the toughest moments. Madison arrived in Montana on a crisp morning as the sun crested the mountains. The journey had been long, but it gave her time to reflect on what lay ahead. More than ever, she realized this wasn't just about proving her abilities. It was about affirming her commitment to the horses' welfare. As she stepped off the train, the fresh, dry air enveloped her, a reminder of why she had accepted Miles's invitation. This wasn't just a training session, it was a turning point in her life. Waiting for her at the station was Henry, his warm smile radiating a calmness that immediately put Madison at ease. Medium in height, with a face weathered by years of working with horses, Henry carried himself with a quiet confidence that gave Madison a newfound sense of purpose. "Welcome, Madison," Henry said warmly as he extended his hand. "I hope the trip wasn't too exhausting." Madison managed a slight smile, her nerves still taut with anticipation. "It was a bit long," she admitted, "but I'm ready to learn." During the drive to the ranch, Henry shared his philosophy on training horses. For him, everything revolved around patience and observation. "Horses aren't just animals to be commanded," he explained, his voice steady as the truck rumbled along the dirt road. "They decide when they're ready. All we do is guide them." Henry's ranch unfolded before them, a sprawling expanse of rolling hills and open pastures. The weathered wooden stables housed horses that roamed freely in the paddocks. The tranquility of the place wrapped around Madison like a comforting blanket, and she felt deep down that she was exactly where she was meant to be. "I've heard about what you accomplished with Shadow," Henry said as they climbed out of the truck. "But I'd like to see how you work, how you connect with them." Madison nodded, fully aware that this was her chance to prove that her bond with Shadow was no mere fluke, as some had suggested. Henry led her to one of the corrals, where a striking chestnut horse named Shadow moved with cautious elegance. Shadow, Henry explained, had endured a troubled past filled with mistreatment, leaving him skittish and difficult to handle. You don't have to do anything special, Henry said, handing her a lasso. Just show me how you approach him. Taking a deep breath, Madison stepped into the corral with the same calm she'd shown with Shadow. She didn't rush to capture Shadow or raise her voice. Instead, she let the horse notice her presence, giving him the time to sense that she posed no threat. Gradually, Shadow lowered his head, sniffing the air around her. Madison stood her ground, relaxed but unwavering. Minutes later, Shadow allowed her to gently stroke his neck. It was a small victory, but for Madison, moments of trust like these were everything. Henry watched in silence, nodding approvingly. "You've got a gift, Madison," he finally said. "But what I admire most is that you're not in a hurry. That's something too many trainers overlook." The days that followed were a whirlwind of learning. Madison refined the techniques she already knew and discovered new ways to approach horses, always prioritizing their emotional and mental well-being. Henry offered guidance, but allowed her the freedom to develop her own style, a gesture Madison deeply appreciated. However, the outside world loomed ever larger. Social media buzzed with divided opinions. Some eagerly anticipated Madison's next public demonstration, while critics, led by Dr. Grant and his followers, demanded she prove her methods more transparently. One afternoon, as Henry and Madison shared a simple meal on the ranch's porch, a phone call interrupted them. It was from an organizer of a prestigious national equestrian fair. They wanted Madison to perform a live demonstration with Shadow, the same performance they'd seen in Westridge. But this time, it would be broadcast to thousands, with a team of animal rights advocates in the audience, scrutinizing her every move. "It's a chance to clear your name," Henry said after Madison relayed the conversation. "But it's a heavy responsibility, too. If you agree, you'll need to be ready for all kinds of criticism, even from people who don't understand what you're doing." Madison understood the stakes. This was about more than personal pride. It was her opportunity to show the world that horses could be trained with compassion, without fear or force. Ultimately, Madison chose to accept the challenge. She was determined to prove that her success with Shadow wasn't a trick or a fluke, but the result of years of patience, respect, and love for horses. The days leading up to the event flew by. Madison spent countless hours with Shadow, strengthening their bond and perfecting the smallest details, aware that even the tiniest misstep would be magnified under the public's watchful eye. Finally, the day of the demonstration arrived. The sun blazed brightly over the vast field of the equestrian fair as spectators settled into their seats, buzzing with anticipation. The cameras were poised, ready to capture every detail, and Madison felt the weight of countless eyes on her. Shadow, her horse, was restless, a natural reaction for an animal surrounded by the noise and chaos of a bustling crowd. Yet Madison, with her signature poise, leaned in close and whispered soothing words into his ear, her voice a steady anchor amidst the storm of commotion. As the demonstration began, tension rippled through the field. Shadow, perhaps feeling the intensity of the moment, began to shift erratically, tossing his head and showing clear signs of unease. But instead of pushing him or panicking, Madison centered herself with a deep breath, her composure unwavering. She drew upon the techniques she'd learned from Henry, giving Shadow the space and time he needed to settle. The air was thick with anticipation as silence fell over the crowd, every person riveted by the scene unfolding before them. And then,
I'm not signed with it, but this girl in the still photo, she has a red kind of a long john, red long john, and a blonde hair. And then this one's visual, but even more on the first week of the stories, 4 days, yeah. Space Humans, HFS, a science fiction, 3 weeks ago. It's called Galactic Council executes 50,000 people in live broadcast. Earth demands justice. HFS science fiction. Yeah, I think it could be. We put it on the. Either the broadcast. Yeah, in the broadcast and in the YouTube clip. Yeah. So that this is the result. Yeah. And even like that. Yeah. The execution is either they do their own suicide,
The gleaming
or either avoid the people said take one person, put everybody in his plans like that, and then hold on, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, somebody. Yeah. Alien stunts by a deaf welder's natural attitude toward life on plastic planet. This science fiction story of the show. Heartbreak Ridge, Warner Classic. Heartbreak Ridge, we're going to war. Men, Warner Classic, not Warner Brothers, Warner Classic. Oh, Warner Brothers Classic, 4 days ago. Yeah, that's the name.
Yo, Gunny, what's the deal? This is another bullshit alert, right?
Going to war, man.
Mother of Jesus.
We're going to assist in an operation on the island of Grenada to rescue American citizens there.
The island of what?
Grenada. It's a Caribbean island, also known as the Isle of Spice. It's 86 nautical miles from the northeast coast of Venezuela. Now, our mission is to helicast into a small bay on the west side of the island and recon in advance of the Marine Landing Force.
No, I can't do that, man. I done forgot my suntan on.
Come on, it's time to earn your pay. Let's move.
Come on, pick it up. Let's go.
Now hear this. Light deck. Prepare to launch Elo. Prepare to launch Elo.
Juzu, this is Highway. Do you read me?
Battalion wants your platoon to recon toward the university.
You stay low around Powers here.
See you when it's over.
Spread out.
Jesus, what was that?
1847. Has a distinctive sound.
Proceed swiftly and with caution, brothers.
Get that 60 going around the corner. Cover my ass. Crazy, man.
Sígueme. Nos movemos para atrás.
More of that. What is this? A pamphlet? A pamphlet recipe on how to craft circuit. Ammunition. This looks like a stronger ammunition. Yeah, this is what is it? About 5.
Just watch the world turn on by. Forever.
Yeah, finish all those outfits. The other ones are check it out.
Well, if that's everything for now.
Oh, no, not quite. We're not finished, yeah.
I don't know enough to tell you about that yet.
Let's go to the legendary gate. Yeah, we're here. Let's try this one here.
I am simply livid. I don't know if they're Macmillan's boys or not, but they're killers, for certain. A squadron of bloody blisters waiting to be burst. These men will not stop cracking away with their guns and stinking up the air with their cheap cigarettes. We're not bad fellows, we're just making money for our families. At what cost? If you would be so kind, this troop have camped nearby, and they'll be there long enough for you to pay them a visit. One they'll remember, if you catch my meaning. I'm not a violent person, but they deserve what's coming their way. Will you please see that they get it?
Okay. I think we might head this straight, or else you have to sprint up there. I think it looks like it's just kind of warp way kind of way too. Oh, okay. The lights are. Won't be able to find out. It's on this side. We have to go to the river, so we have to go this way. We don't want to go this way. where's the meat? Yeah, see, I thought it was a panther. Yeah, you need to use this one. Yeah, this one guides you quicker to death. Let's go. I thought that was mostly the close one. Oh no, there's a smoke path up there. Yeah, we're gonna use the other one first. Yes, this one, the first one. Now we're getting ready to eat the food thing. Yeah, good.
Hey, shut up in there! Ever take a step back and look at us? Just the other day, we was a bunch of grown men running around after a day of heat.
Let's get a little higher altitude.
We move on after we felt like yes. People have been asking questions in town.
Then they have an opportunity to
This
like
better
this
pay
thing.
a whole
Then
lot
they were
more
able to
class. What a bust
move it
out.
and trade about here like this.
Just a regular
You got
goddamn
small
squirrel
areas.
worth
If you're lucky, sometimes they'll get better
down
luck.
in there.
Okay, like that
If I
searching.
never see Lemoyne again, it'll be too damn soon. Every time I'm back, it's worse than it was before. And I'd sooner sit in that damn cage.
Stay here for one thing. Don't let it happen.
All the fire at the same
Ain't
time.
no one gonna save you. You call yourself goddamn bushwhacker. I'll give you a
Get back in. Oh, let's get back. Get better luck than us. This is better luck than us. Yeah, I think that flavored drink, the flavored drink doesn't.
You'll be cold dead soon.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate. Ow!
Down a little. Oh, holy smoke. Yeah, no kill. Yeah. We're gonna get scared, but that's a dead second.
Now who's it to be? This here boy's gonna gut you. Or you ain't gonna make it out of here. Come on, it's too easy to hit. We got a bunch of these already buried.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we just get. We won't lose the. I think it's a timer. Well, let's use the other one for now.
You'll never get out alive. Nobody's waiting for me. No one.
Oh! Yeah, no, run! No, come on! Oh!
Should have left it long enough alone.
Go. Let's run a little bit, run. A little bit. Get another. That's what, okay, wait. Yeah, we got two. Yeah, we got it really quickly. Yeah, we got a timing system. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, get up there. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Go, 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 go. Oh no, it's gonna kill us. Something in there. Oh, we didn't get any kills here. Yeah, we rescued already. You have to run from that or else, oh, there's some. Let's get some boots here. Yeah, it should have been up here, then fired it. Then we can see what it was. No, I have to run it because our red would have died for nothing. It would have, yeah, we wouldn't got any of these things here. Yeah, but we've got everything here. Okay, let's go. Let's see what it would say in the progress here. I think that was the nature. Yeah, the nature one. Yeah, we did move a little bit in this one. So we did get a little. We won't get much as that, but I think we did move. I think we did move a little bit in this one. Yeah, two. Yeah, I think it's something. Yeah. Oh, let's go get another one done. Okay. I think we bookmarked it already. Yeah.
Over here. Hey there. My horse. Well, you can see. Do you have time to give me a ride? Please, I'm stuck out here and I'm real tore up about losing her. I'd really appreciate it. You will? See, I knew you had a kind face. This is real nice of you. I'm supposed to be delivering a message to that Braithwaite family. You know that big fancy house they got?
Let's go. Get on. Hold it, man. That's not standing around. They think no one's gonna. That is not standing there. Don't. Yeah, put it in there. Yeah, don't keep on saying that. Yeah, let the person keep on saying.
That poor horse. You never think it's gonna cut you up so bad, but it does. We was together for years. Yeah, she was old, but I didn't want it to end like that. I wouldn't push her too far. Should have stopped riding her a couple of weeks back. She was walking funny from the get this morning, but well, I guess it's done now. Sure do feel bad about it though. I'm sorry, you don't know me from Adam. Just a hell of a thing, that's all.
You should put take that like an artifact kind of thing. The only thing I have is the I can't add them currently. Sometimes they just fire you like last one. Yeah, you just right at it. But we don't want to put too much of those. Yeah, then it's just getting annoyed. They're showing a little bit of this or always. That one has to happen on its own, not to show what would cause. This guy's going in the opposite direction. Is this one? Nature is just like the bounty hunter, but I just want to get the point. So I can keep a little bit. Yeah, once I put everything together, there'll be less space. Then I know what to take to the storage. I still got one crate still in my trolley. I was looking at it. Yeah, he said, "Do you want to look at the third one?" I said, "Not right now. Maybe a bit later. I'll take my sister with it so we can just at the same time." Maybe not tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow and see how it is. Yeah, just to sign up for it. That'd be good. He's saying about the third. The first one will be the second to the third one. He said you can put. Yeah, I said I want to put some of my e-bikes in those things. Yeah, I said that is good. And the price has to kind of exceed, unless if it's the insurance. Yeah, that one's okay because that will help out in that for long. As long as it collects it and gets some income kind of insurance that it picks up and keeps on adding to the currency. Yeah, like Metrotown kind of bank has it picks up that currency, keep on going, and it overlaps your currency. Yeah, there's someone's gonna. You're supposed to do that, kind of help. But sometimes it's just things you just want to agree on, but they will.
Is everything okay?
Oh, he has to go. Does he have to go? No.
I appreciate it. That's all I need right now.
The cat, Hello Kitty, was sitting in the ground with me. I was sitting on this side of the window. You see, the cat go open the curtain a little more so you can see. I opened it, they working. My mom said, look, see, sitting there watching you doing your bike. Hello Kitty, yeah, a little bit demon girl with him, yeah, sitting down and doing, yeah, watching me to sit there. Yeah, I just went close to sit there, yeah, sitting there watching me finish my bike a little bit. You sit there. That cat is within that, you guys know a little bit. It's more than that, I believe, yeah. Yeah. My mom said sometimes the cat is sitting there, he can hear you talking or something in this room. It sits on the side there. Yeah. There's some kids are. Yeah. Dropping the ground makes you. Yeah, damages your body system. It's like taser kind of thing, yeah, because they do that kind. Oh, it's a mother and some kids out there. Am I talking beside the window? Yes. that the other neighbors discussed that doing the same thing. So that's fine. The kids are talking, so we need to see what he's saying. Okay, we're gonna head back to the swamp area and get that coin. This one might give you less of the option in it, yeah. That's why I need to keep a time on it. Like when going up or currency or just, yeah, you might not have done it on that. But I didn't see what it gave. Yeah, what currency it gave. Oh, wait. Let me see, wait, let's pause it for a few minutes. Yeah. The horse run. Yeah. The horse run, we can check the progress at the same time. Yeah, let's get some of these options. Looks like it did move a little bit, yeah, because it was very shy on it. So we need to... I think it was a moon shack. Yeah, the other one's a moon shack. Okay, there's a currency in that. There's a currency in here, and I think the bounty hunting has the same currency in there too. No, there was another one I see. We used the currency. I thought I was gonna use these two currency. I don't know. We used it yesterday for something. Oh, we bought the same items. This one. Look at this one. What currency here? Yeah, we don't put no currency in here. Yeah, no currency in here. So that means we got... What is the bounty currency? This one, mine? Oh, we're a bit too far. We won't be able to... Let's check this one here. Check the nature one. Here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we've got one here. Oh, we got long ways to do that. Yeah, we'll see how. Yeah, this one. Yeah, we didn't even get anything done in here, so we won't have much luck in there. Only thing is this one and this one. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this one a little bit done. Let's see how this will work. Or we'll lose the horse. We want to get the horse. We can't get any currency other. Okay. Yeah. Oh, someone else is doing that. The main one.
You there? You stopping? You're quite the respectable figure these days, I hear.
Yeah, this is the places that they, once they reach here, they don't kind of think that they're gonna shoot at you or something.
It isn't the right time to speak to you about that.
Why does every time someone comes in here, it doesn't want to, go for it here. So every time something comes here, at the same time, yeah, and then it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to, get into the game. Okay, let me just see if I can get it correct or not. Okay, let's just try square. If it does, then we can beat that up. Oh no, we had it right. We had, but I was thinking we were.
I'll speak to you about that another time.
See, how come every time something, occurs, then that's fine. Yeah, sometimes the other one came in. This is supposed to be the second. I did the first one. Okay, okay. Yeah, sometimes it does that. Yeah, sometimes someone before it didn't seem to. Oh, we won't get the. We won't get the currency like that. The nickelback cap. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna do another. Let's see, not the bounty hunting. This is the only victory we could have did. Okay. Let me pause a little bit closer. Yeah, because otherwise we're too far away. What happened? It's better just stay in this area here. So we can see. Okay, the nature. Okay, let's see. Check the progress. The nickelback one, we're gonna have to do the nature. If you go too far that side, then this is the only one does it. This one. With the moonshot. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. That's a, yeah, then there. Yeah, there's one more here. Oh, let's go do this one, I guess. Yeah, I think we can do this one and check it out. The nature, well, let's check the nature one more time. Let's check the nature one more time, and then we'll just pick it up. Yeah, when the play comes in.
Someone has been behaving themselves from what I hear.
Just give me a minute. Oh, we got this way. Let's check it now.
I can't share that with you yet.
We'll go there. There's another one of this over there. Maybe one quest at a time, but I don't want to trust that way. It's just
until next time.
Yeah, we should get a bit more if that's fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have to go back to a camp. Yeah, we have to go back to a camp. But what's happened? We've got some pelts in ours. Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, we lose them for nothing. I know there's a gypsy one there. Let's see what time it is right now. Yeah, let's just go to the. We won't lose anything. Let's go to this one because there's something else better. They're going to be there all day today. Same area.
Wild West.
Yeah, I don't like them pretty. Yeah, these guys. This thing is like. Yeah, they have this kind of practice already. How it works out. Yeah, my hair is like your hair, like this one. Yeah, with the hair stripping down. Yeah, this picture in this one. Is it in 2034? Yeah, in 2034, 99% of the humans have died out. The rest survived at 8,200 feet, while monsters live below. And this, yeah, that's a result. Yeah, like my hair. I got the hair. Yeah, flipping down all the topics. Yeah, that's what. And that's Spectra. SPECTR. Because what happened? There's initials. So you can maybe know it has an E. Yeah, 3 days ago.
On a day far from being bright for Earth, creatures emerged from its depths. People called them Reapers, and they quickly destroyed 99% of the planet's population. For reasons unknown, the Reapers don't attack humans at altitudes above 8,000 feet, which allowed a small portion of the population in certain countries to survive. In America, the safe zones turned out to be the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Here, in the settlement of Lost Gulch Refuge, lives a boy named Hunter. One day, he ventured beyond a boundary marked by a blue line on the ground and narrowly escaped a Reaper hunting below the safe threshold. Hunter's father, Will, scolds his son for taking such a risk. Will is particularly worried because Hunter has a lung condition that prevents him from running, and after the death of his wife, Tara, Hunter is the only family he has left. Later, Will tells his neighbor, Katie, that Hunter only wanted to see the neighboring settlement. Katie feels sorry for the boy. There are no other children in their village for him to befriend, and most of all, he misses his mother terribly. Meanwhile, in the yard next door, a woman named Nina is unsuccessfully trying to find a way to kill Reapers. She tests various alloys by crafting bullets and firing them at a piece of Reaper armor. Will remains skeptical of Nina's experiments, often reminiscing about Tara, who left with Nina on a dangerous mission to procure essential chemicals and perished in the jaws of a Reaper. That night, Hunter suffers another attack. Will manages to stabilize him, but he realizes that their stock of necessary medication is nearly depleted. The next day, Will buys macaroni at the local shop, a food item now worth a fortune. Despite the cost, it's Hunter's birthday, and macaroni is his favorite dish. Hunter, however, is curious why his father no longer uses the radio. Will explains that electricity has become a scarce resource and must be reserved for Hunter's life support machine. Will also mentions that the filters for the machine are running low. To replace them, he must travel to the nearest town, located below the safe altitude. Later, Katie, who was Tara's close friend, visits Will. She reminds him that it's Friday, and they reminisce about how weekends used to be before the invasion. Their conversation is interrupted by a gunshot from Nina's yard as she tests another bullet.
They exchange glances, surprised at her persistence. That night, Hunter's condition worsens again. Will gives him an injection and barely manages to relieve the symptoms. The following day, Will approaches Nina and announces that he plans to head to the town tomorrow, claiming he knows a safe road. Nina insists there's no such thing. Will explains that the filters in Hunter's device are almost gone, leaving him no choice but to retrieve replacements from a hospital. Nina warns that the journey requires descending through passes patrolled by Reapers. Will then reveals his secret. He plans to use an abandoned mine that cuts through the mountain to reach the town. Nina reminds him that the Reapers originated from underground and that mines are their natural habitat. However, Will insists he knows the mine well and the distance to travel is relatively short. He sets a meeting time for tomorrow, though Nina firmly declares she won't be joining him. After Will leaves, Nina spends a long time staring at a pirate flag banner she had vowed to raise over the mountains once she discovered a way to fight the Reapers. The next morning, Will visits the local gunsmith, who provides him with a rifle and grenades. Although the weapons aren't particularly effective against the predators, they can at least slow them down. The gunsmith shares his personal supplies and wishes Will good luck. Katie arrives, upset that Will hadn't told her about his plans. Despite his objections, she arms herself and declares that she's going with him. Nina greets Katie with hostility, insisting that she's unprepared to face the Reapers, having never even seen one up close. Nina predicts certain death for the group. Will explains his plan. Once they reach a ski slope, they'll use a lift to descend to the mine entrance. He hopes the equipment is intact and that he'll be able to get it working. The group sets off. In response to questions, Nina reveals that she hopes to reach her lab, where she knows the specific chemicals she needs to continue her work. Nina also brings two of her inventions, a compass and a device that can detect Reapers nearby by picking up their high bioelectromagnetic impulses, far stronger than those of any creature on Earth. Soon they reach a fire road about a mile from the ski slope. However, this marks the end of the safe zone. The group crosses the boundary and moves cautiously, weapons at the ready. They come across several wrecked vehicles, scavenging supplies and weapons from them. Katie takes a grenade launcher, displaying her Texan upbringing and skill with such equipment. Meanwhile, Nina discovers a fragment of Reaper scale. As she retrieves it, a heated argument erupts between her and Katie. Katie blames Nina for Tara's death, while Nina dismisses Katie as an inexperienced nuisance. Will intervenes, breaking up the fight, and the group continues toward the abandoned ski area. Suddenly, a distant whinny echoes from the woods, surprising the group with the sight of wild horses now roaming freely in the mountains. Before long, they arrive at the ski resort. The summit and safety are within reach. However, Nina warns that reaching the top is impossible, as a Reaper is already nearby. Will and Nina rush to the backup generators, attempting to power the lift while Katie stands guard with a grenade launcher. She waits for the creature to appear from the forest, but sees no sign of it. Finally, the beast emerges from the tree line. Katie fires, but the grenade misses the agile monster. The Reaper charges toward her. As Will manages to activate the lift, he and Nina leap into the gondola, which begins its ascent. Will fires at the Reaper, giving Katie a chance to climb into the lift tower. She is forced to jump, barely catching hold of the lift seat. The Reaper, undeterred, grabs the cable with its tentacle, snapping it. The group plummets to the ground, narrowly escaping into the safe zone. That night, they rest in an old guardhouse. Katie admits she's terrified, confessing she hadn't realized the nature of their enemy. She now sees the Reapers as perfect predators. Nina shares her perspective. The Reapers don't rest, nor do they consume humans, though they kill them relentlessly. They also leave other creatures untouched, leading her to doubt their biological nature. As the women fall asleep, Will reflects on an argument with his wife. Tara had urged him to trust Nina, claiming she could save the world. Will resented the notion, believing Tara had no business risking her life, especially with her vulnerable son to care for. Nina, having no family, had nothing to lose. But Tara had reminded him that Hunter's filters would eventually run out, and he would die unless they acted. Will had been unable to dissuade her. The next morning, the group arrives at an old mine Will knows well from his time as a miner. However, the lower levels dip below the safe zone, making them vulnerable to Reapers. Moreover, the tunnels are poorly sealed, increasing the danger. Will insists the hazardous area is only 210 meters long, and Nina's tracker should detect any Reapers nearby. But Nina counters that the device won't work underground. Instantly. After venting her frustrations with Will, Nina is the into the mine. Reaching the desired level, they find the passage blocked with welded metal. The only way forward is to descend another level, but this area is undeniably outside the safe zone. Will declares he won't turn back, and the women reluctantly follow. They descend a ladder, with Will urging them to take their time to avoid exhaling too much carbon dioxide. The team pauses for a break before the final push. Katie recounts how, at the start of the invasion, she had fought with her boyfriend, hit him with a frying pan, and driven off in his car, which ultimately saved her life. The group descends to the next level and presses onward. They make it most of the way when a Reaper appears, forcing them to flee. Will tries to shoot the creature, but the bullets fail to deter it. The Reaper relentlessly closes the gap, hurting the team into air to startle the creature, giving the group a chance to bolt toward a partially collapsed tunnel. They scramble inside, but Katie takes a wrong turn and is ensnared by the Reaper's tentacles. Will watches helplessly as Katie is dragged deeper into the mine. Meanwhile, Nina spots a ladder, and the pair climbs to a higher level, barely evading the pursuing Reaper. Finally, Nina and Will emerge from the mine and return to the surface, safely above the boundary of the safe zone. The pair continues their journey and soon comes across an almost intact pickup truck, which they decide to use to travel further. Before setting off, they stop for the night in an abandoned house, where they manage to find some food supplies. During dinner, they reminisce about Tara and Katie. Will regrets taking them through the mine. Nina, however, advises him to channel his anger to fight. She reveals her plan to return to her lab to retrieve magnesium, theorizing that the Reaper's impenetrable scales generate magnetic defensive mechanisms. She believes a bullet containing magnesium could penetrate the armor and kill the creature by igniting an internal fire. Will grows furious, calling her theory unproven and blaming her for Tara's and others' deaths. Nina counters by pointing out that he now faces the same difficult decisions as before. The next morning, they head to the town and reach the hospital, searching for oxygen filters. The building is in ruins and looted, forcing them to climb to the top floor. There, in an operating room, Will finally finds what he needs, but they soon hear the distinct sounds of a Reaper approaching, signaling an imminent attack. The pair runs, but the Reaper catches up and even grabs Will. Nina grabs a fire axe and severs the tentacle, enraging the monster even further. They retreat to the operating room, where Will orders Nina to run while he shoots at gas canisters. The resulting explosion hurls the Reaper out of the window, where it lies motionless below. Having achieved his goal, Will expresses his intent to return to his son. Nina persuades him to help her first, arguing that if she can create the magnesium bullet, humanity might have a chance. She promises to raise her pirate flag as a signal that the Reapers can be defeated, ensuring that Katie's and Tara's deaths won't be in vain. Reluctantly, Will agrees. They travel to Nina's former lab at the U.S. Department of Energy, where she gathers the necessary materials and begins crafting her magic bullet. While guarding her, Will notices a photograph and learns that Nina had a family who perished during the Reaper invasion. She survived only because she was at work. Nina confesses that she blames herself every day for not being at home and regrets not hugging her family one last time. Will tries to console her, saying she couldn't have saved them, but Nina dismisses his words, saying such a life holds no meaning for her. Realizing it will take her much longer to perfect the bullet, Nina urges Will to return to his son, who is running out of time. She promises to keep working and will join him later using her car parked outside. Will reluctantly drives off in the pickup. As Nina continues her work, she notices a power cell, which inspires her to use cobalt instead of magnesium. Just as she finishes the bullet, a Reaper attacks her. Meanwhile, Will speeds down the road when his truck's tires blow out, causing him to crash into a roadside tree. He is forced to run toward the safety line, but the Reapers close in, cornering him just as he nears safety. Will fires his gun, fully expecting to meet his end. Suddenly, a shot rings out, and the attacking Reaper explodes. Nina arrives just in time, wielding her cobalt-infused bullets, which cause the Reapers to detonate spectacularly. Examining the remains, the pair discovers that the Reapers are not biological creatures, but advanced machines of extraterrestrial origin, confirming Nina's theory. However, the reason for the specific safe altitude remains a mystery. They return to Lost Gulch, where Hunter greets his father with delight. Nina raises her pirate flag, signaling to nearby settlements that she has found a way to kill the Reapers. Radio communication is restored, and survivors spread instructions on how to craft the special bullets to fight the monsters. Later, Nina and Will visit a memorial dedicated to the fallen. They leave a bullet at the base of the monument, inscribed with Katie's name. Soon, a team of hunters armed with cobalt bullets sets out on a mission. Explosions echo through the Rocky Mountains as Reapers are destroyed one by one. In a post-credits scene, heroes are shown reclaiming their planet.